Any of that opinion say aye? Oh, we're having a debate, Sir Henry, aren't we? Or Henry Smith.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much indeed. It is a privilege to be able to rise in this debate and respond to the clauses and amendments that my right honourable friends, the members for North Hereford and Christchurch, have proposed today. I'm very grateful for the constructive way in which the government and my right honourable friends have been in consultation on these amendments and new clauses. And I, Mr. Speaker, am happy to accept new clause 4, the establishment of an advisory board on how a trophy hunting import ban operates when it is law, and indeed Amendment 1, which would allow discretion for the Secretary of State to add species. I think that actually new clause 4, an advisory board, covers off a lot of the concerns that my right honourable friend, the member for North Hereford, has set out. I'm in no doubt, Mr. Speaker, and I trust that across this House we want to see the best conservation of endangered species around the world, whether that be in Africa or anywhere else, North America, other parts of Asia, other parts of the world as well, because this bill is not just about the importation, the banning of endangered species body parts into this country from Africa, but from endangered species from around the world. I note that my right honourable friend has withdrawn the amendments in terms of the sunset clause on monitoring, on how it would work with regard to Northern Ireland. And again, I think new clause 4, an advisory board, actually covers off a lot of those concerns. So, Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to support those new clauses and amendments, and welcome the fact that the government have helped me in working constructively. I give way to the honourable gentleman.
I'm glad that the member has mentioned the issue of Northern Ireland, and perhaps, because I'd raised this at committee stage, with the EU law applying in Northern Ireland, of course, the importation of trophies could come through Northern Ireland, Irish Republic into Northern Ireland, and then across from Northern Ireland into GB, a kind of a back doorway of circumventing the important provisions of this bill. What assurances has he had that that back door can be firmly locked so that trophies cannot come into Northern Ireland and through Northern Ireland into the rest of the United Kingdom?
Grateful to that intervention. I think the response to that in detail needs to come from a Minister of the Crown and not a simple backwoodsman, backbencher in this House. But I have had assurances from members of the government that the Northern Ireland situation will not become some sort of backdoor or some sort of stepping stone for endangered species to be able to be introduced into Great Britain through some sort of Northern Ireland route. The protocol, the Windsor Agreement, subject to agreement, of course, in this House next week, and the United Kingdom Internal Market Act should cover off any of those concerns, but of course I defer to my honourable friend, the Minister, who no doubt will be addressing those concerns in a moment. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, in conclusion, I'm happy to support new clause 4 and Amendment 1. I'm grateful for those other, I think, 30 amendments and new clauses being withdrawn, and I hope that we can move on to ensuring that this legislation to protect the most endangered species in the world, and Britain playing its full part in doing that, can proceed to its next phases, both here today and later on in the other place. Thank you.
Sir Christopher Cho.
Madam Deputy Speaker, I'm very grateful to